It's called Advocacy Academy, a 2-day conference on Saipan featuring local and national experts talking about topics related to domestic violence and sexual assault.
The idea came from a call really from our advocates for us to create a training event that help them increase their capacity and also help new advocates learn about domestic violence and sexual assault. They wanted something that they could access on island.
It's a space to network, share ideas, and update people on services. CNMI Superior Court Judge Teresa Kim Tenorio is one of the presenters. She also presides over the Family Court and Drug Court.
Because there's a lot of misconception about exactly what a TRO is. Oftentimes I get applications for TROs where there is no familial relationship, and the public law that created Family Court and also the Domestic Violence Act requires a familial relationship in order to file for TRO. If there isn't one, then there's a different route for it. So that's what I'll be talking to, and then I will also focus on enforcement, because oftentimes people who have already received an order of protection, they share frustration that there's lack of enforcement when they call the police and say, hey, I have an order of protection. And so I'm hoping to be able to better educate everybody here about what happens after the order of protection is received and how we can all help enforce it.
Those issues are part of a larger conversation with participants, many of whom are first responders. And the CNMI Youth Congress is also bringing student voices to the table.
As leaders, we should be willing to learn more and open up ourselves to different topics, especially, hard topics such as the domestic violence or sexual assault. And we can use the information we learned here to advocate to other youth and our schools as well.
It's the coalition's hope to empower seasoned advocates and those new to the field.
It's not just the job of DPS or DYS or the Office of the Attorney General to bring justice to these cases, because not all victims want justice through the system. Sometimes they just want justice within their family. So if family members can support survivors in a compassionate, non-judgmental way, I think that really goes a long way for survivors, at least the ones that we have spoken to over the years. So this is really part of our overall mission to engage the community throughout the CNMI.
Thomas Manglona, KUAM News, Saipan.